All right, hey everyone, happy weekend. Hope you're having a great one so far. Oh boy, it's triple fishing time. Hope you're all having a great weekend so far. We're on early because I gotta go in a few hours for dinner, so we're gonna make the most of it here. Let's get going. Hope you're all having a good one. Good to see you all. Let me get some stuff. We're gonna start with our crochet again. There we go. Alright. Get that booty. Boo-butsu, that's right. There we go. Butsu-butsu. Olive, congrats on getting first. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Wincing, good to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend. Hope everyone's staying safe from the storms. If you're in the US, holy crap. Pretty violent storms rip through. Diewick, good to see you. Happy weekend. Luna, good to see you too. You've seen worse depiction of crochet. You know, it was pretty questionable, but I'm sure there have been a lot worse. And of course, Port, good to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Let's get rolling here. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right. Oh, how's it going for everyone this weekend so far? Oh, I feel like I'm a million years old. Without all the wisdom, and presumably without all the bank account that would come with being a million years old, or at least I have no doubloons. Certainly have no doubloons. Okay, what am I doing here? I have no idea what I'm doing here. I think we're crocheting. I got to do some calligraphy this morning, or yeah, it was this morning. It was good. It's nice to be able to take a little bit of a pause and do that. I posted one of the posted one of the examples on Discord. Doo-doo-doo. Increased appetite for some reason. Coming out of hibernation. That's it. Winter's over. Time to start snacking. Time to start snacking and prepare for next winter. Oop. We beat Dredge last night, in case you missed it. Dredge is done. We may go back and just do fishing. There were a number of things that I clearly hadn't completely finished. Not clear that they're important, but we can still go back and finish them. Oh. You're managing today? Oh, wait. You went 4 hoagies. Ooh. Hey, I mean, if they're good sandwiches, it's hard to have just one, certainly. Managing today? Yeah, I guess things are going okay. I've got way too much to do at work and not enough time, so I'm trying not to let that freak me out, but and then, of course, as typically happens, like when I need the time the most, like my weekend is pretty much fully booked. So it's like, well, I guess in a way it's good that I won't be spending a lot of my time over the weekend working, but at the same time it pressurizes everything else, so whatever. Loving the Shovel Knight music. Yeah, you know, I try to play some amount of video game music, and it's always good to hear Shovel Knight. Goodness. Yeah, 14 rounds. Yeah, they're going to be a lot bigger than this. Now, they form the major component of the pattern. So there's little joining pieces that are like squares and triangles that we'll have to make as well. But yeah, these are this is the primary piece. If we were doing like a granny, there would probably be, I don't know what, like 64 squares? Kind of a large number. It depends on the size of the granny, but... Shovel Knight had so many great moments, but one of the really fun parts was how you do the boss rush. So classically in the Mega Man games, there's always the section, usually in the Wily stages, where you fight all of the robot monsters again. And the way they did it was Shovel Knight crashing into a feast that the other knights are having, and then they one by one get on the dining table and have a fight. And it's a lot of fun. Really well done. I think that's what this music is. Or maybe it's not. No, this is, I guess, a different thing. I think they reprised the music for all the bosses. Oh, really? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Here's Manami's song. This is your jam. The Explodatorium. Do do do. Forgot what I was gonna say. Oops. Oh, hey, Pickle. Sorry, on the playlist on YouTube. Oh, they're flipped in order. Okay, thanks. I'll take a look and fix that. There's probably a couple that are out of order if I had to re-upload something and I forgot the playlist just goes sequentially. But I will go fix that. Thank you. Alright, let me do that right now while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise I'll forget about it. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. What was it again? Chapter 2, Part 2. Oh, okay. There we go. Damn it. Okay. Alright, that is fixed. Let me just go ahead and scan here and make sure. 11, 12. Because I know there's probably errors somewhere else. Although we stopped doing a lot of the Part 1, Part 2. Okay, we're fine for the rest of it. I think there's something of bleach. This one's boogie too? It is boogie. That's the lich yard. I'm pretty sure there's some errors in the order in bleach. Yeah, here's one. I think there might be one more. I vaguely recall like 2 examples where I had to like go back and do edits. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, I guess it was just that one. All right. Okay. Hey, look at that. I've even cleared out the yarn barf. It means we're about to have new barf. Oh, I thought I had more of these done than that. That's always how it goes. What time is it? 2:40. I've got a few hours, like 3 hours before I have to go. It would be nice to read like Jujutsu. So maybe we'll do that in a little bit here. And then we can just like knit, cable knit for a while. think this is also the credit music. Or maybe it's the end of the credit music.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Okay. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. I've been going ahead and re-sewing the ends in here just to make it a little bit more secure. Oh, ad time. Well, we should do a stretch break or something. Maybe. I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, another one. Another one. We got another one. Please tell me this is number 6. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, that was 6. Oh. Oh, that was it. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. Good old Shovel Knight. Let's go ahead and listen to The Plague of Shadows. Hey, Goshi. Okay. Alright, let's do one more, that way we're halfway done with this round. Where's my needle? Where my needle? Huh. Alright, well, good time to take a stretch break. I will be right back. And maybe I will find this needle. Hey Frankie, how's it going? Alright. Oh, I just realized my shirt's invisible. Look at that. Whoa. Anyway. Sort of invisible. It's funny, it's blue. Looking extra ghostly, yeah. Missed it? What? Missed what? Okay. Alright, I need to sew in these ends. Oh, the shine. Sorry. So close. I had my second canister of, second container of churray for churros today. Like, I'll get you eventually. I'll shine that head. The peanut butter fudge, like I said in Discord, it's fine. It's fine. It's basically just peanut butter. You're always curious how people weave in their ends. Yeah, oops. I actually crocheted in the end, so it was actually crocheted under there, but just to give it a little bit of extra security, I'm pushing it back through that section and snipping it off there. It's fine, it's not selling you. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. It's healthier than fudge because instead of adding a shit ton of sugar, it's peanut butter and coconut oil, basically. And again, I added stevia, so it's more on the fat and protein side. But it's largely like a solid chunk of peanut butter. So it's not gonna have that like, ooh, melty fudge quality. So really, it's kind of like more solidified peanut butter. Which, to each their own. A lot easier to make. Definitely a lot easier to make. It's a scam. Well, certainly someone calling something that isn't really the thing. Well, like, imagine someone said, like, here's a pizza recipe, and it's like crackers with ketchup and a slice of American cheese on it. And you're like, well, I hate you. At least in the case of the cracker with ketchup and American cheese on it, that sounds horrible. In the case of just peanut butter with coconut oil in it and frozen, it's actually still quite tasty. But like I said, you could just stick a spoon in a jar of peanut butter and eat it, so... That's a pizza Lunchable. As I was saying, I'm like, isn't that what Lunchables are? But they at least flavor the ketchup so it's got like oregano in it, right? Or something that's like pasta-like or pizza-like. Not that a pizza Lunchable is like the pinnacle of anything. It was cold, so yeah, that's the other problem. Cold pizza. With like non-melted cheese. Or maybe here, how about like giving someone a bunch of peanuts and grapes and some wheat and saying, there's a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You like cold pizza? Cold pizza is fine, but a Lunchable where you've got like cold ingredients and the cheese was never melted to begin with, like, It's like all those other products that try to claim it's just like blank, and it's like, no, this is nothing like blank. How dare you try to claim that? Kind of like vegan cheese. Like I have nothing against that, of course, but it's like don't try to claim it. Just take it for what it is. It's something else. Don't try to make it like this other thing that it is actually nothing like. You're just going to cause nothing but disappointment and distrust. One, two, three. You know when there's no food in the house, nothing but ingredients. I know, like, ugh. Man. Why don't we have any food? Wait, some strawberries. Make strawberry syrup for ice cream? That sounds good. Hey, Jamie Farmer. Ingredients or food? Liar. That's like saying fiber is yarn. Total falsehood. There's a lot of work that has to go into transforming it. What was the old Sakamoto? How are you doing, Jamie Farr? I hope you're having a good weekend. Speaking of hard work transforming fiber into yarn, how is your effort going? I'm immediately reminded of Sakamoto. Sakamoto, liar. Anyway. You had flour and sugar, milk, butter, eggs, and yeast this morning. Now you've got cinnamon rolls? Doubtful. Doubtful. Teach me that magic. That's right. The magic incantation. Oops. Cinnamon rolls sound delicious though. How were they, or how are they? I had the next best thing, which was churros and ice cream. So. And I did it by transforming money into food. Where did they come from? Wait, what? Oh yeah, the cinnamon. That's right. No, it was magic. Cinnamon's in the air. Mom made the better, but they're acceptable. Well, that's That's probably always going to be a given. That sounds delish. 1, 2, 3. Dork. Nerd. Cinnamon is a staple. Isn't it a staple at everyone's home? I would hope so. Flour and butter is staple? Maybe. All you have is salt and pepper. There was an episode of Iron Chef, the original, in Japan, where they were doing a session in America, and they did some sort of stage thing where they like go into an American house. It's somewhere, it looks like maybe in California, like Los Angeles suburbs. They go into someone's house and the chefs make a meal from whatever's in the fridge. And of course, like, they make a comment about like the state of an American refrigerator, or the contents. And this is the 90s, right? So not much has changed. It was a lot of leftovers and not a lot of other things. So they managed to kludge something together into, like, he called it like the leftover bake or something like that. Honestly, it was just kind of like taking everything together, and then maybe it was like eggs and something like to bind it all together, and some sauce. Classic. But there was definitely this passing jab about, like, yep, it's kind of what you would expect. No fresh vegetables or ingredients. Pepper rolls? You don't get the small, you go for the restaurant quantity containers. Wow. What all do you put cinnamon in? You can't cook, you learn to feed yourself as an adult. Oh, learning to feed yourself as an adult is a skill you're determined to learn. Hey, all the best to you. I look at like the prices of like ordering food out here, and I don't understand how people do it without just spending way too much money. Feeding oneself is overrated. Well, there's always ramen. Even sports cars need to stop for fuel. Cars don't pump their own gas yet. Not yet. You can't afford a chef, yeah. And even these like meals ready to eat type of thing, whether it's like they send you the ingredients or they send you the prepared meals, it's like it's still way more expensive than just anyway. Oatmeal, cinnamon rolls, oatmeal cookies, cinnamon rolls, peanut butter wraps. I'm getting the sense here. Prepared food, yeah. Those boxes average about 20 a meal. Yeah, well, even when it's $10 a meal, okay, but if you made the meal yourself, it would probably be like anywhere from $4 to $6, if not cheaper, depending on what you're making. You love when you see celebrities tell others, have your chef make it? Oh, brother. Just ask your chef to make it. Oh, yeah, okay. I did HelloFresh for maybe about 2 months. And, I came to like 2 conclusions for me. It was about 4 times as expensive as if I had gone out and gotten the groceries myself. And instead of making like one big meal and eating it throughout the week, where I was spending an hour on cooking, I was spending an hour every day cooking. Because they really loved potatoes. And they really loved to have you cook those potatoes thoroughly, which would always take about an hour or like 40 minutes or something, right? And so the cooking time and the prep time was always like an hour long. I'm like, well, no, this isn't good from a time perspective or a money perspective. So I stopped. And they still send me something a couple times a month. You're thinking of trying the boxes and scratching. I'm thinking of it like training was so you can learn to cook, then doing from scratch later. Well, you know, I will say, if you don't know good recipes and you haven't like gone through the mechanics of cooking for yourself, HelloFresh would be a great way to start, because they give you a big printout of the recipe and the step-by-step instructions. And then all the food is containerized, right? So you have just enough of everything. And it walks you through the recipe. And then you have that recipe card, so you could buy the ingredients later and do it yourself. So that is certainly one way to kind of like learn. And then after a while, you'll figure out like, oh, they're doing the basic same thing over and over. They're just changing the sauces. That was the other thing, was like their basic stuff was like just iterations on the same, you know, a chicken breast with some new sauce. And then if you wanted something with a bit more variety, you were adding money on top of what you were already paying for. Like, oh, okay. They were really big on the add-ons. Because every week you prepare your box for the following week, and you could add on little treats and breakfast items and yada 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 yada. And like, whatever. It was a big money sink. You went grocery shopping this weekend and spent about $200, mostly replenishing staples. And next week you'll be picking up a few bits of produce. But you're also, is it just you? You and Dad, yeah. So you got 2 people. Now, see, to me that seems kind of normal, right? Like maybe anywhere from $50 to $100 per person a week, depending on like what you're buying and like if you're restocking on sauces or herbs that have gone out and yada yada. And that I mean if you're buying ingredients and cooking for yourself. Whereas again, if you're buying like a HelloFresh thing and you're getting, I think I was doing it was when I took it, it was a minimum of 2 meals. Oh, 2 servings per meal. So every time I bought a meal, I got 2 servings of it. So I'd have one for lunch and dinner, basically. And like 5 meals, I think was usually ranged from $100 to $200. It may have been, I'd have to go back and look at the receipts. Actually here, let me look. No, I can't tell from the I can't tell from the receipts anymore. Anyway, okay. All right, let's tie in these ends, and then we'll read some Jujutsu Kaisen, and then we will do some knitting cables until I have to go to this dinner. Jujutsu. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think this is going to be more of a blah 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 chapter, so this one will probably take a while. You never know with Jujutsu Kaisen or Bleach. It depends how much they're like pulling in the fabricated words, because all it takes is one or two of those to just slam everything to a grinding halt for me. Where it's like, oh, okay, they're using some non-traditional kanji or... Well, this is the final song of the soundtrack, so appropriate timing. Here we go. Why do so many words in Japanese resemble English words? Because they make a lot of loan words from foreign languages. So like, say, unlike French, where there's a organization that has tried to maintain the purity of the French language and minimize the use of foreign words in the language, Japanese was like, bring it on, and they just adapt the word to the Japanese language. So there's a lot of loan words from other languages. There's a little bit of it's like in English when we say je ne sais quoi, or you know, when we throw foreign words, it gets a little bit of extra mystique and like excitement, like ooh. It's also got that kind of a feeling. So yeah, there's a fair number of Portuguese, Spanish, German words. Most of them are English, but there's a whole variety sprinkled in there. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me put this. So we're about halfway through. It's 8, right? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. All right. So we're halfway through this round. I think I'm going to take this with me to St. Louis. That way I can maybe try to finish off these. I'll probably take the sweater too, and probably the Doctor Who scarf. It's actually not clear when I'm going to leave at this point, because the weather this coming week is going to be pretty weird. Not looking great. Pretty stormy. Alright, good timing. That's the end of the Plague of Shadow soundtrack. Let's see. Hopefully the tornadoes will be done. Yeah, there's some pretty crazy tornadoes that went through the Midwest yesterday. Even here there was a bit of there's a bit of good damage around here. Yeah, tis the season. Tis the season. It normally hits later, but you get the right slamming together of the humid and cold air masses, and you get tornadoes. So, especially in the Great Plains. In fact, so part of this is I showed this I think yesterday. Right, we're really hot today. It's getting almost up to 90, and then by midweek it's down to 60 as the high. So you can see that rain coming in Wednesday, Thursday. So I may end up leaving Tuesday. I have to leave it up to my brother. The thing I'm not sure is, like, if they pick me up Tuesday, we probably hit this going back. So he's going to want to pick me up Monday, but I can't leave Monday because there's meetings I had to be here for. And then the other day would be like probably Friday or maybe Thursday, late Thursday. Like if they chased in the storms. But the wedding stuff starts on Friday, so I don't know. Anyway, that'll be fine.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Oh, you're in Missouri, near Oklahoma border? Oh, okay. So you're down near past Joplin. These storms are really like following the I-44. Yeah, right. I know. How many years ago that Joplin got almost decimated? That was just like 5-6 years ago? Or was it longer at this point? That was horrible. Oop, wrong screen. That's longer than that? Wow, okay. It tells you my calibration of time is no longer accurate. I always, we used to go down to Branson for Silver Dollar City and other stuff. Mostly a Silver Dollar City. My parents weren't all into the music scene in Branson, but that was when I was a kid, so that would have been in the 90s. I can't imagine what it's like now. They were doing massive construction back in the 90s, so I can only imagine what kind of a eyesore of a glowing city it is now. I'm sure it's wonderful. Your sister was living in Joplin, and your niece was about to... Oh, it's been that long? 17, 18 years? Wow. Okay. I guess, I don't know why I was thinking it was more recent. It hit the one hospital. Ugh. Ugh. I take it they were okay. But wow. Yeah. Yeah, this storm, it did a lot of damage to Joplin. Yeah, that's good. Oof. All right. Okay. Flatten the whole south side of the city. Wow. Well, you know, looking back, I guess, as it's certainly a massive tragedy, but it's also hopefully like an opportunity to rebuild, and who knows, hopefully it's like longer term recovery is good, even though it probably destroyed way too many lives. Okay, let's see. Oop. All right. Okay, so, oh, I need to change the overlay. Sorry. JJK. We'll get back to knitting here in about hopefully less than an hour. Hopefully this doesn't take an hour, but we'll get to some knitting before I have to go to that dinner. This is volume 17, chapter 144. Ugh. JJK, volume 17. Okay. And let me change the overlay info here. Culling begins with JJK now. Let's spell that. Jujutsu Kaisen. Now. Switch to writing and reading. All right, here we go. Let's just roll right to it. All right, let's read chapter 144 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Anobasho. Anobasho. That place. That place. So very generic. This is kind of a recap of how the previous chapter ended. Kamonoritoshi ga shikunda. So a name, Kamonoritoshi, that's the being that's living inside Geto's head. Planned it, did a scheme. Jujutsu o ataerareta monotachi no koroshiai, a killing of each other of people bestowed with sorcery. Shimetsu Kaiyu, a death annihilation rotating game. So again, watch the end of the last session about this. English calls it the culling game. I'm going to continue to call it the death annihilation rotating game. And we went through the 8 rules about the game. There's 8 rules and it's complicated. At least 8 rules right now. Shimetsu Kaiyu ni tsumiki mo makikomareteru. So this is Fushiguro. Fushiguro had joined Okotsu and Itadori here and was explaining this. He's saying Tsumiki also has been involved, rolled up in this death annihilation rotating game. His sister, Tsumiki. Tanomu Itadori. Like, I'm asking you, I'm begging you, Itadori. Omae no chikara ga hitsuyou da. Your strength, your chikara is necessary. So the reason he's saying this is the end of the previous chapter. Itadori was doubting himself again because about all the people he's killed and whatnot. And Fushiguro was trying to tell him his strength is necessary. He needs to participate. Hito o tasukero. Save people. So it's like a flashback of a statement. Save people. That was probably his grandfather. Okotsu senpai. So he's talking to Okotsu as his senpai, senior. Sukuna ga fushiguro de nani ka takuranderu. Okay, Sukuna, using fushiguro, something planning. So he's going to tell them about this. So Sukuna is planning something, scheming something with fushiguro. So this happened at some point at the end of near the end of the Shibuya incident. Shibuya de aetsu ni karada o torareta no wa tabun ichido ni yubi o 10 pon mo kuwasareta kara da. Okay, so in Shibuya, by that guy, the physical body, as for it being taken over, for probably one time, fingers as many as 10 was made to eat. That's why. So in Shibuya, again, that guy took over my body. That guy took over my body probably at one time because I was made to eat as many as 10 fingers. Ore no naka, so that's Jogo there feeding him the 10 fingers. Ore no naka ni ima yubi wa 15 hon, nokori 5 hon zenbu ichido ni kuwasarete mo, karada wa no torare nai tomo. Okay, so right now inside me, as for fingers, it's 15. Again, the counter for fingers is hon, long cylindrical objects. You also count pens and pencils with hon. So I've got 15 fingers inside me right now. The remaining 5 all at once. The remaining 5 fingers all at once, if made to eat, or even if made to eat, as for the physical body, not being taken over or overridden, I think. Soredemo, but, moshi, tsugi ore ga Sukuna to kawattara, mayowazu koroshite kure. Mayowazu koroshite kure. So, if the next time me with Sukuna, if exchange, do the favor of killing without hesitation. So basically, if I switch with Sukuna again, don't hesitate and kill me. Senpai nara, if it's senpai, dekiru to omo, able to do it, I think. So you can do it if it's senpai, meaning okotsu. Wakatta, besto o tsukusu yo. Understood. Besto o tsukusu yo. To use up the death power? I guess. Yeah, I guess this is like I will exert all my strength in doing so. Like I will use up even like in dying all my power. What would that be? Shiryoku? Yeah, a desperate effort. He says besto, like my best, but it's this idea of like, I will exhaust it as a desperate effort. Fushiguro, ore wa nani o sureba ii? As for me, so Fushiguro, as for me, what if do is good? So what should I do? Mazu wa kousen ni morotte. As for first, return to the technical school. Tengen-sama to sesshoku suru. And do direct contact with Tengen, Lord Tengen. Okay, interesting. So we get this image here of Fushiguro standing as he's talking, and we're getting snippets. That's the technical school. We're seeing Gojo and Seto here, or Geto here. Gokumonkyo no fui no tokikata. The way to dissolve the seal of the hell prison. So remember, Gojo is sealed inside the Gokumonkyo. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome. So the seal on the hell prison, a way to dissolve it, a way to destroy it. Kamonori Toshi no gutai teki na mokoteki to kondo no dekata. And Kamonori Toshi, again, that's the guy that's in Geto's body. The fundamental aims and next, I guess, like steps. Dekata? Yeah, next moves. Okay, there's no verb here. There's no verb here, but it's like, I guess it's implied that we're going to figure those out. We're going to figure out this, and we're going to figure out the aims and the next moves of him. Shimetsu Kaiu wa Mizo no Jujutsu Tero. Okay, as for the Death Annihilation Rotating game, it is Sorcery Terrorism of Mizo. Unprecedented sorcery terrorism. Okay? 事態を収集するには、この2つの回答がマストだ。All right. The circumstances as for to doing remedy, shushu. Yeah, control, settling, coping. As for towards doing settlement or control or coping or dealing with the circumstances, these two things of kaito, of answers. Oh, I guess this is must. It's a must. Okay, this is solutions or replies or answers. Masto. Yeah, this must mean must instead of mast. I can't imagine why he would say it's the replies for these two things is a mast. So this must be must. There is no general word that's good for must in Japanese. You have to use typically like the double negative or things like that. So maybe that's why he's doing this. この間に答えられるのは天元様しかいないと思う。To these replies or to these answers, as for the one able to answer, or I'm sorry, to these questions, as for the one being able to answer, Lord Tengen only, I think. So it's only Lord Tengen who can provide answers to these questions, I think. Okay. あの人は, as for that person, Tsukumo-san wa shirane kana? As for that person, as for Mr. Tsukumo, not knowing, I wonder, not being familiar, I wonder. Tsukumo-san to wa mo hanashita. これはあの人の案だ. Okay. As for with Mr. Tsukumo, already talked. I already talked with Mr. Tsukumo. Who was Tsukumo? Was that the guy with the blades? I don't remember who that was. Well, I already talked with Tsukumo-san. As for this thing, it's that person's plan. So this is what they had said to do. What Tsukumo said to do. 問題、あの人も今、高専に潜伏している? Oh, no, it is a her. Okay. Ms. Tsukumo. That person also right now in the technical school is senpuku, doing concealment. So she's hiding in the technical school right now. Senpuku, concealment, hiding. 上層部と関わりたくないらしい. High level parts to that not wanting to be related, it seems. 上層部と関わりたくないらしい. Yeah. So with the high-ranking parts, meaning like the upper brass, the higher-ups, not wanting to be associated with, it seems. 問題は天元様の隠す結界なんだ. As for the problem, as for the issue, it's Lord Tengen's concealment magical barrier. Shuffleが繰り返される千里城の扉のうち一つだけが. Okay, so shuffle. A shuffle that is repeated over and over. I guess this is like repeated shuffling of more than 1,000 portals, and of one of which, of just one, Tengen-sama no iru kousei gu e to tsunagateru. That with towards the, we'll come back to this, of the Lord Tengen's existing, it's being connected. Okay, so it's just one amongst more than 1,000 doors that are continually or repeatedly shuffling that is connected to the this where is existing Lord Tengen. The Kousei-gu is like the something star temple. This was from a long time ago. What was that Kousei-gu? Was this the plasma thing? We saw all this with the flashback with Gojo and Geto when they were trying to protect that girl and that whole story. Death. Okay, so this is, it's the Death Star Palace. Is that right? Yeah. Anyway, the Death Star Palace where Lord Tengen exists. Let me check something. Yeah. Kousei-gu. それを引き当てなきゃ天元様に会えねえわけか? So that thing, meaning this whole thing, that thing, if don't do success, hikiate. Yeah, that's like drawing the winning ticket. If we don't pick the right one of that, then Tengen-sama not able to meet, that's the reason. So notice he sort of initially says Tengen, and then he adds the sama with a little bit of a pause. Again, kind of the honorific title there. Gomen Fushiguro yappa ima kiku wa. So a pause. Sorry, Fushiguro, as thought, right now will ask. Kugisaki wa do natta. As for Kugisaki, how became? So what happened to Kugisaki? Okay. The quick redux on that was, remember, Mahito had touched her and her face kind of imploded, and Nita or someone was able to do something, and she told Fushiguro, or told Itadori this, but said but don't keep your hopes up. But we never got the resolution of it. So Fushiguro does not have an answer. He just kind of looks. And so Itadori says, "So ka, I see. Wakatta, got it, understood." And he's gripping his fist. Wakatta, I got it, I understand. Okay, so still no direct confirmation that she's actually dead, but there you go. That's what we know. Okay, so Choso comes out of like the darkness. New. The new kind of has this sense of like oozing out of the darkness. Sono kakusu kekkai to yara. That thing called the concealment magical barrier. Nanto ka naru kamoshiren zo. Somehow becoming probably. Nanto ka naru. Like it'll become somehow probably. Like there has to be some way to deal with it. Kiteiten desu ne? Listening, weren't you? Kiteiten desu ne? Douyu koto da, choso? What sort of a thing is it, choso? So like, what do you mean? Izen mahito ga sukuna no yubi to ore tachi o nusumi dashita daro. Okay, so previously, Mahito, Sukuna's fingers, and us, we'll come back to that, us, stole, right? So the us, Oretachi, it's the cursed womb 5 map thing or whatever. So that's that idea. Go back and read all that stuff. The idea that there were 9 of these things, and Mahito had snuck in and done exactly what Choso just said, which was stole at the technical school these things. Sore to onaji koto o suru. With that, same event do. Do the same as that. I wanted to just check nusumi dasu. Yeah, to steal from someone. Okay. All right. There we go. We see all these torii gates. Okay, presumably this is in the technical school. Hisashiburi te wake demo ne ka? It's been a while. Saying that, a reason or whatever not existing. So like, I guess like, but not really. It's been a while, but not really. Oh, Maki senpai? That's Maki. Well, you know, given what had happened, I guess she's lucky to even be alive. Ah, domo. Oh, like, hey. And that's Itarori, Yuji. So that's Itarori saying that. Maki-san, Ms. Maki, mo ugoite ii no? So already moving is good? It's like, is it okay for you to be already moving? Oh, mondai ne? This is a positive reply. So like, yeah, problem not existing. So yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. Or it's not a problem. Yakedo wa shikata nai sa. Hanten jutsushi demo ato wa nokoru. Okay, so as for the burn wounds, so as for the burn scars, yakedo, nothing we can do about it. Reverse techniques, even as for scars, will remain. Okay, so the scars will remain even with reverse techniques. Or traces remain. Traces remain even using reverse techniques. Demo, sukuna wa tenyo jubaku no bijikaru gifted. Physically gifted? Okay, so however, as one would expect, Sasugawa, however, it's as one would expect for a heaven receiving, cursed binding, gifted physically gifted. Okay, I guess it's been way too long since I remembered them explaining about Tenyo, whatever. This is like heavenly cursed binding, physically gifted. Anyway, so it's like as expected of someone that's like that. Saigo no saigo de, in the final moments of the final bit, in the final bits of the final moments, Noroie no tase de wa naku, seirai no nikutai no kyodo ga seishi o waketa. Okay. The like taisei, which is like resistance. Yeah, resistance. So in the end, not being resistance towards curses, seirai, naturally given physical bodies strength, life and death separated. Okay. So connecting this all together about like her still being alive and yada yada. Basically, she's saying it wasn't the, again, resistance towards curses in the end of the end, it wasn't the resistance to curses that like saved her. It was the separation of life and death, of the strength of the physical body, inborn, congenital, by birth. Tōshu no koto wa zannen datta ne. As for the events of the head of the family, that was regrettable, or that's unfortunate. So again, Zenin family, that's the whole thing with Naoya, etc. Betsu ni, whatever. Kisotteta wake janai desu yo. Kiso is to like compete for something. Yeah, to compete with. So yeah, like whatever, I don't care. It wasn't the reason isn't that like I'm competing. So I guess, right, her saying like it's regrettable, unfortunate about the events of the head of the family. Not clear whether she's talking about the fact that the head died or that, you know, whoever took over. But either way, Maki's basically like, I wasn't competing for it. So betsu ni, who cares otherwise? Megumi, that's Fushiguro. Tengen-sama no kekkai no hanashi wa. As for the story of the magical barrier of Lord Tengen, sore wa, as for that, ore kara hanaso, from me, let's talk. Like I'll explain. Okay, so we're going to get now a big explanation from Choso. Tobira kara kouseigu no hochu ni wa. As for in the in-between of the Death Star Palace's... Wait, Tobira kara, from the doors? Tobira kara... Oh, okay, tochu doesn't mean on the way here. There's another meaning for tochu. In the middle of. Okay. As for in the middle of, or like, I guess in between, in the midway of the Death Star Palace and the doors, Kousen ga jugu ya jubutsu o hokan shiteiru kiko ga aru na. The technical school, cursed tools and cursed objects, storing kikos exist, right? So hokan is going to be like to store, to deposit, for safekeeping, that kind of concept. So again, the technical school stores cursed tools and cursed objects in Kiko for safekeeping in the, like, between the Death Star Palace and these doors, right? And we saw earlier, Kiko, the ko is a warehouse. The key, this Kiko is not a normal word. This is made up, which is why it's in quotes. The key here is mourning, religious purification. That's sort of a meaning. So this kanji joined with warehouse. Oh, okay. So here we go. Here's a door. Here we have Kolseigu, the Death Star Palace, and here we have Kiko, the warehouses. I'm just going to call them warehouse rather than bother with the special meaning. Okay. Kiko ni wa ore no ototo tachi. As for in the Kiko, as for in the warehouses, my siblings, my younger brothers. Oh, noranso, shouso, tanso, sanso, kotsuso, shouso no nakigara ga aru. Okay, so as for in the warehouses, my younger brothers, he lists off all their names. Their corpses exist. That's where all their corpses. Their nakigara. This is like remains, or yeah, remains, corpse, dead bodies. And so that's them. Remember, they were all in these things. We're not going to bother translating all these names. Notice that they all end in soul. We got, that's skeleton, that's scattered, that's burnt, green something, blue something. So they probably all have some sort of meaning. In any case, nakigara demo, rokunin mo soroeba, ore no jutsushiki no fukuji teki kouka de kehai kurai wakaru hazu da. Okay, so even corpses of even 6 people, if gathered together, my techniques, fukuji teki kouka, something effectiveness, like fortunate effectiveness. Fukuji. Fukuji, let's just try Fukuji. Secondary. With the secondary effectiveness of my technique, presence extent ought to understand. So, in other words, I ought to understand to the extent of presence using the secondary effectiveness of my technique if there's gathered together even 6 of the corpses. Good. So in other words, right, he should be able to sense his brothers, the 6 remaining brothers. それはいいとして. That's good. As for that, it's fine. こいつは誰だ? As for this guy, who? Who's this? とりあえず、俺の兄貴ってことで. For the time being, my big brother, that event. So let's call him my big brother for now. Yuji. Oh, okay. So, he had been telling Itarori over and over to call him Aniki, big brother. And so finally it hits him like, you called me big brother. And it's just Yuji. Iko, let's go. Okay. Areda. It's that thing. So that's the door. Machigai nai. Kono saki ni ototo tachi ga nemutte iru. Without a doubt, I guess this location, little brothers sleeping, younger brothers sleeping. One of the meanings of saki is this point or the other side. I don't think it's point here. I think it's this destination or the ahead or the other side. So it's like this ahead or this other side, this destination. Little brothers are sleeping. Akeruzo will open. Okay, so they open the doors. Oh. It wasn't really stated like what's behind all the other doors. Okay, so that's them up there. So the door opened and it goes into this. So they're actually all the way up there. That's pretty cool. All right. Oreo, let's descend. Let's go down. Oku ni. Now, this is her talking. Oku ni kosegue to tsuzuku shokoki ga aru nda. Okay, so deeper in the back to the Death Star Palace, continuing to the Death Star Palace, a rising and climbing machine exists. I guess a shokoki is like an elevator. A rising and descending machine. Shokoki. Yeah, an elevator. So here's a good example, right? You could say shokoki for elevator, or you could say elevator. It's kind of up to you sometimes as to what you pick. Shokoki ga aru nda. Oh, and this is the Kiko, the warehouse. Choso. Wakatteru? I know, I understand. Oh, I see. Ato de mukai ni kuru. Later we'll come back and welcome. Or later we'll come and visit. Mo skoshi mattete kure. Now this is him talking to his little brothers inside. He's saying, do the favor of waiting a little bit more. So just wait a little bit longer. But he's saying that to his little brothers. Okay. So there's the shokoki. Gong, gong. Wow, this is a big complex. Sha. That's the door sliding open, I guess. Kekkon. Nani ga atta no kana? Kekkon. Blood something? Not marriage. It is funny that both kekkon is bloodstain and marriage, but it's bloodstain here. Bloodstains? Something happened, I wonder? Juninen mo mae no hanashi sa. It's a story of 12 years before. Ima omoeba. Now, if thinking, subete no hizumi wa ano toki hajimatta no kamoshirenai. Okay, so it's a story of 12 years ago. This is like now that I think about it, or if I think about it now, as for the hizumi of everything, as for the strain, distortion, or bend of everything, that times beginning probably. Okay, so as for the distortion, the twisting, the bending of everything, it probably started then. Sa mina, well, everyone. Honden wa konosaki da yo. As for the honden, which is the shrine. Yeah, the main shrine, the inner sanctuary. As for the honden, it's this location. It's up ahead. It's that sort of thing. So, damn it. Okay, so, oh. Apparently it's just empty. Nanmonai. So, nanimonai. Nothing? Nothing here? Kore ga honden? This is the shrine? Iya, watashi tachi o kyosetsu shiteru no sa. No. Doing rejection of us. Doing rejection of us. Or rejecting us. Wait a minute. How long is this chapter? Oh, okay, good. Sorry. It's just 2 more pages. It wasn't clear that it was actually ending in 2 pages. Tengen wa utsutsu ni kanshou shinai ga. Okay, so as for Tengen, utsutsu, like appearance? Utsutsu. No, reality consciousness. Huh. You don't see that very often. Reality consciousness. Kansho shinai. Does not do kansho. Does not do interference. Okay, so as for Tengen, does not do interference in reality. Rikugan o fuin sareta ima nara, sesshoku ga kano da to fundan da ga. The 6 eyes, sealing, if it's now having done sealing of the 6 eyes, meaning gojo, direct contact being possible, fundanda, fumu means to step on. What else does it mean here? To experience, to undergo, oh, to estimate. Okay. So a little bit of a different meaning for fumu. So estimated, valued, appraised the possibility of direct contact if it were now with the sealing having been done of the 6 eyes. Okay, she's thinking, kyosetsu sareteiru no wa watashi tachi de wa naku. As for the one being rejected, it's us is not watashi ka? Is it me? So not rejecting us, is it me? Oh, no, yeah. Mitoshi ga amakatta. The looking through was naive. Mitoshi. The perspective, the forecast, the outlook, the prediction was a naive. Modoro ka? Shall we go back? Tsumiki-san ni wa mondai ga nai. Jikan ga nai. As for to Ms. Tsumiki, his sister, time doesn't exist. So she doesn't have any time. Kaeru no ka? Going back? Heading back? Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. Nice to meet you. Zennin no ko. Michizane no chi. Jutai kusozu soshite. Okay, so he's calling them by interesting titles. The child of Zenin, Michizane's blood, the blood of Michizane. This is the cursed womb, 9 things. So that's Choso. And Sukuna no Utsuwa, the vessel of Sukuna. Okay, so presumably this is Tengen. And he's saying, nice to meet you, and he calls them by these titles. He did not call everyone there, unless if we count Zenin no Ko as being a couple of them. So, there we go. That is the end. Oh, okay, we get a little bit of a family tree. Right, this is like 23rd. Naga something Toka. Whatever. You can kind of see there's, we don't know some of these people. There's Maki and Mai. There's Toji. And we met her, right? And then that's Fushiguro. There's Naoya. Ippai. What's that? A lot? No, he has a lot of siblings. Anyway, so you'll be better breakdown of the Zenin family. Okkotsu is related here somehow too, right? That was revealed either at the end of volume 0 or something. Anyway, there you go. That is the end of 144. Honestly, I thought that was going to take over an hour, so hooray. 144 done. We'll continue next time with 145, and we'll see what that is all about next time. Okay. Well, there we go. Victory. I will take it. I thought for sure that when I saw all that dialogue, I'm like, oh man, this is going to take way over an hour. All right, let's get back to some knitting. And some music. What else can we listen to? Listen to some more Jake Kaufman. Anyone know what this is without looking at the music? That melody is very much like Shovel Knight. This is Shantae. Shantae. Okay. Let me get the things changed over. Oh, let's see. Truth is out there, right? Dance through the danger. It's going hard. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh ha 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 ha.
All right. Oh man. All right. There we go. Look at that. It's actually starting to look like chunky things there. Hey, have a good one, Goshi. All right. Enjoy the fakey fudge. I will. I have to. There's like a pound of it. We got like 500-600 grams of it. All right. Where's my cable needle? All right, we should be able to get one more row done. So let's get to it. But yeah, those are looking good. All right. So we got knit one, two, All right, we're back to A1. So for this, that means we knit a bit. And then we do our cable. So this is a full cable row. We got to do all the cables. And it is a lot. Okay.
Hello there.
Oh, okay. This is now section B. We're on B13, row 13. So we're going to knit and purl. Oh, nice. Okay, we only have one big cable in the middle instead of like 4. Okay, that's nice. Okay, and then we should be putting 3 in front. Okay. Oh, seriously. Two, three, four. I wonder if I did that right. It feels like it should be the other way around, but whatever. I bet I didn't do that right. No, that's right. It's supposed to go under. Okay, no, I think it's fine. It's not, I guess, like a pure crisscross. All right, we're on the midpoint for the honeycomb. So we do have to do the cables here. What am I doing? Trying to purl? All right. Third of 5 braids. Put that back. Okay. Or the halfway point. Ugh. Ugh. Closing the honeycomb pattern. So these go in front. 2 in back. This can be a normal pearl, normal pearl. There we go. All right. Ooh, look at that. Nice. So we've got one more cable to go in this row. All right, I'm going to take a quick look here. Braids are correct. I don't know exactly how this is supposed to go, but it looks pretty okay. Correct. Honeycomb closing. Braid. Yep. Okay. That all looks good. Yep. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess, you know, like, I guess it's like over 2, under 2. Kind of a feel. We'll see how this plays out. This is only, we're now halfway through this pattern. Everything else is repeated twice, 4 times. This is halfway through this one. So this one repeats after that much more. This is actually the very beginning. This is the halfway point, so. Actually, taking a look at the picture, it's not even like going over 2, under 2. It's bigger scale than that. There's like, it's like 2 that are intercrossing on top of 2 that are intercrossing, but like offset. So it's more complicated. So you got like 2 that are in top the whole time, and then 2 that are underneath the whole time, and they crisscross at different intervals. It's interesting. Fascinating. And mine is gonna be the mirror image because I'm doing it reverse. So whereas in the image, the upper ones are always crossing over on the right, mine will always be crossing over on the left, or going that way. Or it's always, the ones on top are crossing over right to left, mine will be left to right. Mirror image. All right, that was row 13. You know what? Let's just call it there. I've got to leave in about 20 minutes. So rather than kind of try to do more and then rush off, let's do more of a leisurely end. Well, hey, Pork, are you gonna be on tonight? Either way, if you're not already following Pork Back Bet, click on that heart icon right now and give a follow. He will probably be on later playing some Dragon Quest 11. Playing Dragon Quest throughout the year here. You definitely want to check that out later. Usually starting in about 4 hours from now. So go check it out. I should be back from dinner by then, so I'll be able to swing by, I think. Although I have a bunch of stuff to do, so we'll see. Hopefully I can do it down here. Where can we go? Oh, you know what? Potato Bun Stew is on. Let's give Potato Bun Stew a raid. Potato Bun Stew is celebrating their 2nd anniversary, I guess. So probably normally doing some art and some cozy stuff. Let's go raid Potato Bun Stew. And that's going to do it for us for today. I should be streaming tomorrow. I'm planning to. We'll see how that goes. We'll be doing all of our normal stuff. We'll be doing some knitting. We'll try to do the crochet. We'll do some... well, I need to finish off the chainmail. Manga reading. We'll be reading Bleach, probably. We should be reading Galaxy Express. Anyway, until then, have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated, and I will catch you all next time. Thank you again, and I will catch you all. Hey, Coffee. Hey, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.